Hello, welcome to Cannon Fodder TV, and it's the Sunday show, and we're going to be talking about the glorious draw. And good evening in the house. We have Emerson, we have Ricky, and we have Mark back. Thank you so much.
Good
Okay,
evening,
guys,
all.
where do we start? Where do we start?
What a performance.
Yes, absolutely.
I agree 100% what Mark's just said. Was good comeback. I didn't expect it whatsoever. And there we go from there. Although we had a dodgy first 20 minutes with the two goals that we conceded, I know it was near enough the same replica of the Southampton game with the goals. But as I said, it was reverse as well. Exactly the same thing, same way they scored. Sloppiness for the second one, something like that. Should have been hoofed up, upfield. But although nothing the goalkeeper could do, regarding the goals, anything like that, she tried her best, but that's the way it goes. That's my point. So anyone wants to add on from me, feel free.
No, I think you're pretty spot on there. Really, it was just that unfortunate mistake at the back, and obviously gifted them the second goal. But I just think the character and the way the girls came back, I just thought was really, really good, and it sets up a really, really interesting final second leg next week. So, yeah, really looking forward to it.
Spot on, Mark.
Same.
It was interesting, especially after once Raffaele got in there, just how suddenly the girls were gelling together. Because the biggest factor, we got half the squad, and these girls, it was all different. Everybody, to a degree, was kind of improvising. All right, certain players would be in their same positions. But it just suddenly started, and suddenly there was a battle, wasn't there? And you had hope. And I just thought that was brilliant. Yeah, just the most brilliant comeback.
And I had a funny feeling that Black Stanius was going to score.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You get that gut feeling. And wasn't the assist with Pavlova?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think once again, she just gets better and better. I'm very impressed with
definitely.
her.
I would 100% agree there.
Yeah. And you can't beat those
And for our second goal, it was good thing, good set piece, corner, back post, and Raffaele, as she does, in the past, that's her normally trademark with the goal heads in the back post. Goalkeeper, as they said on commentary, they said she could have got a hand to it, but hard to say, really. But she's done well to get the header in, and that made it 2-2.
I think the power in the header was the key. I think
probably. Yeah, I think you're right, Mark.
Which came from the cross.
She had jumped the defender as well. That was another key to it. Get above the defender and try, as you said, Mark. The power just deceive the goalkeeper, and that was it. Because there's no way in the world a goalkeeper would have saved that at that close range. And then I said it was this nervy second half of who's going to crack first. Because both teams went forward.
That male commentator?
No idea. I know Lucy Ward was the one who was doing the commentary, co-commentator. I know ex-Leeds player. I told you in the past. I've never heard of that guy anyway.
To be honest, I found him slightly nauseating.
Like Seb Hutchinson, who does it on Sky or BBC, who gets the players' names wrong.
Because
when he was
slightly nauseating, actually, and
because when he was doing it for the Sky, when he was doing the match on Friday, how can he mistake Saka for Partey? Although they got similar hairstyles, you should know the difference. Partey's more bigger, and then Saka.
For Christ's sake, listen, that is ridiculous. Just ridiculous, but hey.
And it was the same guy.
paid to do that. I mean, it's like myself. There's a lot of players that I might know the faces in other clubs, and I wouldn't know how to pronounce their names, whatever. And like I said, I'm Better Blanco. I don't watch these other matches. There's only certain massive players that I do know about, and half the time they usually link to Arsenal, so I make it my job to know. But yeah, I'm sorry if you're doing this punditry. You've got to know the names. Ridiculous. But
definitely.
There you go. So basically, there's not a lot more to say. We're very impressed with our ladies, depleted squad, but yeah, I said all along I would settle for that draw, and we got it.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I mean, all right, and if we could got a win, that would have been amazing. But that wasn't going to happen. It's about keeping it real, isn't it? Personally. Yeah, they just did so well. And we will come on to going back to that a bit later about what's happening next Monday. But also, I'll tell you what I wanted to touch on. My God, it's like a curse with Arsenal, but these ACL injuries. And it's a shame I haven't got Richard on because he's very good at that side of the sports. Physio and what have you. But what I did find, you sent me the link, Emerson, and I'd already read it, but the women players are up to 6 times more likely to suffer ACL than their male counterparts.
Yeah.
Of course, far more research is needed. Now, bullet pointed a couple of things. Estrogen level, loose joints. I thought, okay. Football boots, lack of for the women. I thought that was quite interesting. The pitches and training, which I don't know. What do we think?
Regarding football boots wise, it's near enough the same thing with the men's as well. Because if you notice, before players used to use blades as well, but now they're using studs. Now, as I said, if your foot's planted, you have to twist and turn. So you have to twist right, twist left, something like that. That can cause a knee injury too. Or obviously, a mistimed tackle can cause a knee injury too, thing like that. Because a player will know if it's really connected with the knee, then normally you see them clutching their knee straight away. It's either the front part or the back part of the knee, and thing like that. So regarding pitch wise, it all depends on the surface they're playing on. Whether it's if it's a slick surface like the Emirates is, I know they can get injuries that way. If it's a wet surface, same, because all it has to do is the opponent player to do a mistimed tackle and that can cause that injury sort of thing. And if it's same thing if it's like AstroTurf, it's the same thing. So I reckon. So really, it all depends on the player. If they're twisting and turning at the time of the impact, anything like that, or as regarding the Lear's injury, it was more like no one was around her and that touched her, and it's the same thing with Miedemar with her injury. So no one was around them. Now with the Beth Mead one, I think they were saying that one of the Man United players tackled her, and it was probably, a mistimed tackle.
Yeah,
Whether she got a yellow card in that match, I don't know. So that's my opinion on that subject regarding. And as I said, regarding football boots, I don't think it has nothing to do with football boots. But as I said, it all depends. It all depends, if they are wearing blades or studs. But as I said, if you look nowadays, players are now not using blades as football boots. They're just using old-fashioned studs.
Yeah. I wonder whether it's also what you were picking up on your notes and when you were saying about obviously like estrogen levels, but I wonder whether that affects like the bone density. Does that have an effect on bone density?
Well, that's a thing because I'd need to find. It's something they're looking into. I mean, the best that I could was the information I could gather was something about the joints become looser.
Yeah, because I don't know if anybody picked up on what was the the game before this one, because that was live on Sky, or was it live on somewhere?
The Man City one.
It was Rachel. What's her name? Rachel Brown Finnis.
Oh
and she was actually saying it's an epidemic, becoming an epidemic in the women's game, because she was saying that she's actually had 2 herself.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I remember.
And she'd recovered from 2.
Yeah.
And she did actually say that more research needs to be done, and something does need to be done, because it seems to becoming very common.
Didn't Leah have ACL before?
Say that again, Ricky?
No, it wasn't an ACL. She had some. She was out, wasn't she, for a while?
Yeah.
That was an ankle injury, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't an ACL, thank God. So that's why her recovery time. All right, John Gooner's in the house. Thank you, mate. I truly appreciate this. Evening, Gooners, Arsenal ladies. Obviously, set the alarms. Yes, well, we all heard that alert, didn't we? I thought they were alerting me and not watching the game that they'd got another goal. I thought,
me too.
Oh dear, too funny. Well, as Emerson put it, if that was your 4-minute warning, I don't know what you can do. Really bad.
You gave me a shock there, Emerson. When you said 3-1, I thought, oh no.
Well, as I said, I didn't think Arsenal will score 2 personally. I didn't think personally. That is my opinion, because I said into this guy's thing that we're doing now. In his chat, I said 3-1. Then I heard a few comments say this guy's deluded, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and things like that. Okay, that's fine. I just left that. I didn't argue. I just think that let him carry on with it. I know he might be saying something when I see him next week. I said how wrong you were, Emerson. But as I said, at least he's speaking to me face to face and things like that, like a man to man. So I put my hands up. I'm wrong and things like that of what I said. Of the result.
Do you know what, Emerson? When you put it up on our little WhatsApp chat, I thought, you're probably going to be so right, depressingly so. But thankfully, because I was thinking the worst. I never like to predict anything because I never get it right. But I did. I would have technically agreed with you. So we're all pleased you got it wrong.
Yeah,
it's simple.
I was privately thinking, I hadn't made any prediction or anything, but I was privately thinking I would take 2-1, take them back to the Emirates, take 2-1.
Yeah.
And then see how we go. But to actually get 2-2 out there, I think has been outstanding, to be fair.
Yeah, well, and I'll keep banging on, and anybody who hopefully is tuning in, although I wish I'd say hello. But if you watch your women's football and you know the Arsenal women's team, we basically got half a damn squad now. Well, we didn't exactly have the biggest squad to start with. And when you've got 4 key major players out, it's awful. It was devastating. So these girls have done amazing. Oh, thank you, Michael. Hey, Michael. Right, let's put Michael's comments. Mike, with the introduction of sprinklers before the game and at half time, the pitches are so skiddy and one can twist or tear ligaments much easier. What do we reckon?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, as I say, you don't see much in men's because you see it at the Emirates, week in, week out. Possibly at Bournemouth, you see it week in, week out. They do put the sprinklers on just to dry out the pitch and things like that. But as Michael said, regarding that point, they do twist and turn. As I said that in that point earlier, that players do twist and turn. And the slightest, as soon as they start clutching their knee, something's wrong straight away, or a mistimed tackle. So that's the way I see it regarding an injury can be covered on any player's knees, everything like that. And we know that's one of the worst knee injuries you can get in football, other than the broken leg.
I'm wondering if the higher ups in the WSL could actually possibly look at seeing if they could get some kind of maybe specialist in to have a look and just see, because obviously it's obviously we're feeling the pinch of it now, but it could happen. It could happen to any team, you know. And if it is something that could be preventable in a way, it would be good for everyone, not just us.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And I, you know, and I didn't know this till I looked it up, but yeah, women's players, female players, are more likely to, sometimes more likely to get it, and
which is what made me think about if it is to do with skeletal and if it is to do with bone structure, you know. Are the women's knees, have they got less structure or bone density? You know, that would be something to look at.
See, I don't know. I'm really not good on that side of anatomy, but I think it might go back to certain training, because obviously, the women will train differently to the men, because their, as you say, bone, muscle, whatever, is going to be different. And I'm sure they tailor make it to individuals, I should think, don't they? Because everybody comes in different shapes and sizes. I mean, you look at someone like Stina. She's a well-built woman. She's tall, isn't she? She's got good physicality. And then you get the likes of Leah, or the two Leahs. They're very petite women, aren't they? You can see they're very fit, but they are petite women. So I'm sure it's all tailor-made. But it's like I said, and obviously it's really hit us big time in one season as well. That's what makes it so devastating for them, whatever time they get it. But yeah, just unbelievable. But we're going to keep an eye on that, and perhaps that's one to talk about next when the season starts again, you know, and any information we'll stockpile it, and hopefully more research. Obviously, I think now there will certainly. Well, someone like Claire Wheatley, for goodness sake. I mean, and she's an ex-player, obviously. I'm sure she'd be embracing, particularly just for the Arsenal ladies. But, you know, this is research that, we need desperately.
Also, can I just make another point? I've done some research myself. I can't see it on my other phone as we speak, but I've looked at it. Other than the 3 players that we've got with ACLs, they've said that 9 different players from different countries have suffered ACLs this season alone.
Right.
And as I said, most of the players that play in these various countries, their league season has not even finished yet. Those who may take part in the World Cup have said 9 different players have suffered ACLs. And that player that I had a picture with, other than Caitlin Ford on Friday, the one I mentioned to you off air, Ellie Carpenter, she suffered ACL last year, just to let you know.
Okay. Yeah, because they'd said a Northern Irish player, she'd had I think, was it 1 or did she have 2? I can't remember now, but it's certainly doing the rounds, unfortunately. And while I'm talking, I'm sorry, let's just throw it out there. It's still 0-0 in the FA Cup.
Well, no, I'm not watching it anyway, so you can keep us updated on that one anyway. I'm not watching it anyway.
Yeah. Would be nice to see Brighton get there, but we shall see. I'd like their little forward, actually. He could come and join our Tommy.
Yeah.
Blinding player he is. Yeah, like him.
Mitona or something like that. Something stupid.
Yeah, but no, he's blinding little player he is. Oh, hang on. No, it's been edited away. Right, under 16 girls, FA Youth Cup. Woo, 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 woo. How well did they do?
Despite it was 2-2 in the 90 minutes in extra time. I think they won it on penalties or something like that. 6-5 or something like that.
No, I had down 2-3.
Oh, okay. I thought they'd done it. I thought they won it like something in penalties or something. Because when you saw, because I think I sent you their part of their celebration, I thought that was the winning penalty or something like that. What had happened?
Well,
so congratulations to our under 16s women's team. Yeah. Hopefully there should be a few stars in the making.
Absolutely. And actually, before we go on to Tuesday night, as in the other FA Youth Cup, I just want to give a little plug. I was on my Facebook earlier, and I'm a part of a big Barnet group because I'm ex-Barnet girl. And I come across, for anybody who might be listening in and lives in the Hertfordshire area, Little Lionesses has been newly created, and it's at Cranbourne Primary School. I said I plugged this. Basically, they're catering for girls between 4 to 6 years, 7 to 9 years. If you're interested, you can find it on Instagram. But I thought I would give that a plug because it's really great to see someone.
Yeah. Brilliant.
It's probably a husband and wife team that are running it.
Yeah.
Her name seems to resonate with me, but that's say it's a big Barnet group, so that's probably where I know her for. But I said I did say, look, it'll be via an Arsenal show, but we do promote the Lionesses. So if anybody's local and they're looking for their little girls to play some football, this is dedicated girls football. So yeah, and if anybody's interested, message me. Yeah, no, I thought that was really good, actually. Good to see. So anyway, we're going to crack on now. So Tuesday night. Now, Emerson, you're going, aren't you?
Yes, I am, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
With various members of the family.
Yep. No, brilliant. And of course, Mario's going to be playing.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So, because I know you played on Friday, just gone for the under 21s. So at least it give him plenty of time to have a rest, like that, and then go again. Possibly be training. He might have been training today if he was lucky. Like that, train today. Train on obviously tomorrow's Monday. Train tomorrow. Rest up, and then as I said, meet up at the training ground and go from there. Like that, and it should be a good crowd because, as I said, they're expecting a crowd of near enough 30,000 plus.
Oh wow! Is it that much now?
Brilliant, because they've opened up the upper tiers. There's none in club level, so it's mostly the low tier, all the lower tier, near enough all the upper tier. So that's what they're expecting. That's what someone told me at the box office when I got my tickets on Friday. Like that. So as I said, several members of Mario's family are going. The cousins that I took the last time are going, and this time there's going to be an extra special guest. It's my cousin's friend's mum that's coming with us as well because she's never been to Arsenal match. So hopefully we'll meet Mario after match, depending on what the results are going to be. If we don't meet him, then I know I can meet him on the penultimate under 21s match.
Yeah. Oh no.
Just around the corner.
Okay, sorry, and it's going to be streamed, isn't it, on Arsenal.com?
I believe so. And the FA player, I imagine, but I'm just saying as a guest for the FA player, for those who are going to ask in the chat or ask questions, if it's going to be streamed, definitely Arsenal.com and West Ham, they will have it as well. So either way, if Arsenal's one's free, watch it there. West Ham may charge, then you might have to watch it there. But if it's on the FA player, it's free of charge because they always do it. They do it on the women's matches as well. So everything like that. And as I said, I can give you a review of the under 21s. They did play Friday just gone. They drew 1-1 with Fulham. Last minute equaliser by James Lanning-Sweet. And it wasn't a big crowd from what I've heard. They said someone's believed to be at the match told me there was no more than say 100 people because obviously the men's was playing. So you can't be at two matches at one time. So I sacrificed the men's match for the under 21s match because I would have gone if it was an earlier kickoff or if they played it the day before. So that's my review of that. And there was no youth matches yesterday. So just give you an update. And I have to make another confession, Ange. I said that the under 18s lost the couple Fridays last Saturday. It's actually a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
When they were playing Leicester away. So I had to check my little notes that I normally do. when I did a review, and I said they lost, but the under-21s, I told you that one about that. That was an entertaining 3-3. And the next day, the under-18s drew 2-2 against Leicester. And both teams in the league positions are possibly 8th or 9th, respectively, depending on what results happen in the next two matches. So the under-18s and under-9 and 21s will not go towards to playing head-to-head. So, but the game on Tuesday should be interesting because West Ham are the top team in the South Division. When they played Man City in the previous round, they were the top team from the North. So it's going to be contrasting styles of who gets the upper hand. I'm not sure who the danger player is for West Ham because I haven't been following West Ham's under-18 teams. It's mostly Arsenal's under-18s. So all I know, if Arsenal play near enough the same team as what they played against Man City, I think they'll get a result.
Okay, well, we're all rooting for them, that's for sure.
And that's it. And we can say if they win that, the bragging rights will be going out again. Harry Kane, well, that's another trophy you never won as a youngster because we had him when he was about 8 or 9 years old. Then he went to Spurs. The rest is history. So I'm rallying around any Arsenal fan that's listened to this podcast. I invited you to go online between now and Tuesday before 6 o'clock because that's when the cut-off point. No, sorry, 5 o'clock is the cut-off point to purchase tickets online. Please support the young under-18s team because they've had some good matches along this route to the final. Let's hope they can go one step better and do Arsenal proud and win another trophy that no one's going to expect. And we know there are 4 or 5 big names in that team will be stars of the future and maybe get a first team place next season. That's my plug for the under-18s on Tuesday.
No, that's fair enough. And as I say, unfortunately, with the nature of my job after school club, I will be working, so there's no way I could have got up there. But yeah, I feel listen, we're doing it on this show here, this channel, to promote the under-18s and under-21s, and also, I will do my bit. I will watch it, and I'll enjoy watching it. It's a cup final. It doesn't matter. It's a cup final.
Yeah, exactly.
And everybody knows how biased I am towards Jackie Boy as well. So I should thoroughly hope they win.
And my last point, just for all the ones on this group called the Arsenal that's running by Kenny Forrest.
Oh yeah,
he's doing a good job of containing all forms of Arsenal, whether it's the men's, the women, the academy, obviously the academy women, which I'm now, telling, but I don't tell them the overall what's going on with them. It's mostly the Arsenal men and women and the under-18s and we're tackling racism really seriously on this group. So anyone who starts abusing any of even Kenny himself, his admin, moderators, which I'm one of them, me and John are the two group experts on the group, so we know what we're talking about. So we're like, if we get any abuse to any of us, I'm sorry, we're going to block you for life. And that's it. We won't say anything more. We'll just block you, and that's it. Be like that, and we just get on with it. And that's it. And that's it. That's the plug that I want to make on this Arsenal group called the Arsenal that's run by Kenny Forrest. I know he won't be listening to this podcast that we're doing, but I'm doing it on behalf of him, the admin, the moderators, and the two group experts, which is myself. So, and come the end of the season, once the under-18s or under-21 season is finished, I will do an overall review of the two teams. And then once the season's altogether finished, that's it. We'll close the group until possibly pre-season, when the first pre-season match in America, because I've been told there may be another match in America that has been unconfirmed by the club and other sources that who knew about it. So there you go. That was the plug for the Arsenal group.
Yeah, well, it's a very good start. I get that. Well, I think we all share that. I mean, I've kept, dare I say it, very clever. I run a very small group on Facebook. It's very easy to control. Dare I say it's a bit like this show. You don't get many that actually contribute, but people are respectful, you know, and we can have a bit of a laugh on there, and that's cool. And there's certainly no abuse in any shape or form. So that's, but when it's a very, very big group, you know it's going to happen in some form, isn't it? You just know it. And I personally actually get it. All right, racism is something completely different, any sort of prejudice. But at times, the way they bang on, because the player, because it is predominantly going to be the men.
I'm just speaking, obviously, I actually used to be a member of that group, but I've actually left the group because it's, to me, one of two things. It's too big and there's too much negativity. So I used to be a member of that group and I loved it, but for my well-being, I just left because it's you just don't need it. And that was actually the main driver, to be honest, Ange, of joining your group as well as doing these, because your group is nice and small.
Yes, it's very easy contained.
If anybody out there is thinking about doing a group, the only thing I would say is keep it small. Keep it as small as you can, because the bigger and bigger and bigger you get the group, the more problems you're going to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree with you 100%, Mark.
I'm going to let you guys talk, sorry, because my cold's getting the better
I
of me.
agree with you 100%, Mark. And also, I've already told Kenny he needs to cut that group, but whether he listens or not, because he's got near enough over 70,000. He's got 70,000 plus members on there.
Well, I messaged him personally last night, and I just basically said, I had to walk away from the group. I love actually what he does and what obviously you do, John, and all the moderators and everything, but I just had to walk away from the group because it's too big. There's so much negativity. There's every time we lose, every time we do a bad result, it's just like something needs to change in that group. And if it does change, I might come back. Whether they'll have me or not, I don't know. But that's my opinion anyway. I'm not going to say any more about it.
I personally will, Mark, if that was the case. If you want to come back, I personally add you. Don't worry about that. 100%. I'll back you 100%.
But I'll see how we go coming into next season.
All right, then that's fair enough. That's fair enough. But as I said, that Kenny, he's got that group too. It's too big. You know, it's too big for our liking, thing like that. Yeah. And if you notice. I think he done a survey a few weeks back. So where majority of all the fans, where do you think majority of all the fans are from? A couple like various African countries. Now, why wouldn't get fans from Africa? Where you should be getting people from this country, possibly Scotland, possibly Ireland.
Yes,
or even Wales.
To be fair on that point, Emerson, we do have a lot of fans in African countries.
I can understand that.
So,
I can understand.
You know, there are a lot of genuine fans out there. It's just
you're right, genuine fans.
It's very hard when you've got a group of that size to keep on top of who the genuine fans are.
I mean, I'll tell you now, and I'm an old lady, and obviously I'm like one of these scam things between Instagram and when I've been on other big groups, like you, I had to come off. And I'll be honest with you, I'm only on that group because of Emerson and Richard. Otherwise, I'll be just like you. And to be honest, I dip in and out of it, and I can't keep up with half the posts. But just lately,
it's unfortunate. It's one of the downsides of Arsenal being a global club.
Yes, yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, it's a real shame because sorry, excuse me. We find that on our Cannon Fodder TV and with the big WhatsApp group, we've got lovely supporters, literally from all over the world, and they're lovely, and quite often they come on Alex's show, and they really are lovely people. But unfortunately, these big groups, you just get these others that come on. And I hate to say it, I think they are scamming, they're whatever. And like I said, I just get all these friends requests, and I think, no, you're not genuine.
And it's by no means knocking anybody that does a group at all, because it's from what I've seen, it's blooming hard, you know, and you know it's just that you've got to try and you always try and set out with the best of intentions, but there's always going to be people out there that are going to try and knock you down. So it's not having a go on knocking the group or any group. It's just a case of maybe sometimes small is better.
Yes, I totally agree. And we got Static on the line. Hello to the panel and all the gunners. 4 likes, like and subscribe. Thank you, my love. Thank you for coming on. And I just want to ask, do you actually follow women? I mean, we're talking generally now because it was only going to be a short show. But to Static, do you actually watch the Arsenal ladies? I hope you do. And if you've been following them, you'll know the problems we've got. Lack of squad at the moment. But my goodness, after that performance today, I'm just really made up with that. I truly.
It's
you couldn't
awesome.
ask for it better. I mean,
and hopefully that will give them the confidence going into next week, you know.
Because we're at home then. That's the thing. I mean, the other thing I'm going to plug, of course, because myself, Emerson, Ricky, Richard, who's not on today, George. Have I missed anyone out?
You have the guy, you know, Richard, the one who does his watch along.
Yeah.
Then there'll be other fans as well that I know of that's going to be there as well, because I've been getting a lot of requests asking where can this match be shown if we're not at the stadium. I said there's plenty of bars on Holloway Road that there'll be only one bar that will show it. I don't think they'll show it in Tollington unless they've got a YouTube connection. If they have, fair enough, they can show it there. But there is a sports bar. It's normally the one that I normally tell people to go to. I know it's small, but at the end of the day, it's something where you can watch it. Or if you don't live in London or anywhere around the world, we know it's on YouTube. Just tune in and watch it, the commentary on that. Although they might be delayed by 10 or 15 seconds, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. You
can watch it. Yeah, you can view it, and that's what counts.
And it's free. And it's free.
Ricky,
it's free.
Yeah.
You're going to give us that little song that you did earlier?
Stina Blackstenius.
Whoop, whoop. We'll expect to hear you singing when we're at the Emirates.
That's one thing I noticed in the game today as well, because although we were watching it on YouTube, I think I did hear Pete on and off. Some of the Arsenal fans did sing as well. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that. There was some singing, but although it wasn't loud that you could hear on the broadcast, but I'm sure at the Emirates we know it's going to be double the size of what they had, thing like that. We know some of their fans are going to come over. How many we do not know. We just have to wait to see on the day if any of their fans come over. So but as I said, me and Richard, because me and Richard was saying that that if we see any decent Wolfsburg fans, let's have pictures of them like we did the last time.
Oh yeah, that'd be lovely. Oh, that'd be lovely. Yeah, no,
because it'd be a nice touch as Arsenal fans mingle with them, thing like that. Because
that'd be good.
That's how me and Richard done it.
It looked like they had a good following, so yeah.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. And just saying, Alex is in the house. How do you see the second leg panning out? Arsenal should have the home advantage. Well, sorry, I'm just going to jump in there, Alex. Obviously, you've been listening to this, but yeah, we've got a very depleted squad. We've really had to gel together away. So this draw is just massive. Yeah, I'm going to ask, and we need Caitlin Ford back, another key player. Yeah, I think we'll have a good home advantage.
Yeah, I'm going to stick my neck out now and go for an Arsenal win by 1 goal.
Do you know what? Yeah, I could get that. And sorry, Steve Smith's just come in. Good evening, Steve. Evening, folks. Blinding result this afternoon. Technically only half time. We'll have to be on our
Yeah.
Metal next.
That's the way they've got to look at it now. Look at it as a new game.
Yeah, they are good. Listen, we know that they are good. They're not Barcelona, thank God, but they're good. But equally, I just like the way that, and these girls now can gel. They can gel.
Yeah.
Pray to dear Lord above that we don't get any more damn injuries.
It's as I've said before about the men's. It's all about confidence.
Yes.
If you can now, they've got the confidence going into that game. You know, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But really need Caitlin back now.
I don't think she would play though, Ange, because although she didn't say much when I saw her on Friday, in like that, she didn't give much away to say if she's going to play or not. But someone said on that women's group earlier to say she's out for both legs. Well, I knew she'd be out for the game today. Because as I said, I saw her on Friday myself personally, like that. So, as I said, regarding their players, it's the same. I've got a feeling I think both teams will set up the same way, and it just the key to it is who will hold their nerve, thing like that. Because we know there's no away goal, so somewhere along the line there's got to be a winner within 90 minutes, probably extra time or penalties, but. I'm not going too far to say it's to go to extra time penalties, thing like that. So all I'm going to do is wait on the day and give you guys my prediction. I'll wait and see if we do have Caitlin Ford back for that second leg. Because if she does come back, she may make a difference.
I think
how we approach.
I'm going to go for a result in 90 minutes, and I think we'll win by one goal.
Fair enough.
But we'll just have to wait and see, Mark, on that one. But as I said, I'm going to leave my prediction until next Monday. I'll put it in our WhatsApp group chat, something like that.
No, you got to get them in early, Emerson.
Pardon?
You got to get them in early, especially if you want to get down the bookies.
No, I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do the way I do it for the men's team because you noticed. Yes, I bet you didn't notice yesterday. I didn't even put the thing. The result for the game on Friday. I've totally forgot all about it until I got to the pub. I said, "Shit." Oops, sorry. Guys, sorry.
You said, "Oh dear."
Yes, dear.
I said something before that. Unless it was anything before I come back. But all I can say is I didn't put my prediction for Friday, and it's only when I got into the pub when Ralph was doing his watch along. I said to myself, I had to put my prediction in Kenny's group because normally I put that and the goal scorers. Being like that, I said, "Oh God." And I'll leave it.
You know what? You was better off not doing it. After Friday, it was like a trauma. It really, I had to take a break yesterday. It was like a trauma. And to be honest, I'm not looking forward to Wednesday either. I'm really not.
I've got a feeling that's the one me and Ralph may do a watch along. But if he is watching, if you are watching this podcast, Ralph, please get in touch with me to see if we can do the watch along on Wednesday. But if you're not going to do it, don't worry. I'll be watching the match at home. So, like that. So it's up to you if you want to get in touch with me.
I'm sorry, I would not jump in there and say we'll do a watch along, but I just can't take it. I will watch the game. I think if anybody if Ralph does a watch along, I think I'll hit the like as I always do, support the channel, and after that, because what's hilarious, because if I watch it, it'll be on a mobile device, and then I've got BBC Sports app telling me who's already scored, and between us, we're all like, I just don't handle it Wednesday, to be honest. I'm not coming from the beginning and the end, and that. Yeah, it's not good for my mental health now. It really isn't.
That is my secret. That is my secret. And regarding what on the Alf does, he's watch along because I did say to him in a WhatsApp message that you're normally about a minute, anything from 30 seconds to a minute behind. When they score, I'm actually writing down in chat they scored.
Yeah.
Let's put it 1-0. Sometimes if I know who the goal scorer is and I can spell his name properly, then I'll leave it
that one as well.
But like that. So then, as I said, then when he sees it, he realised they just scored. And when he looks at the chat, he realised I've said it about 30 or 40 30 seconds to a minute before he's even said it. So that's the secret. That's my secret on the watch along, because I was in the pub. Because I was in the pub on Friday watching that game as well. So though the pub, they were about 20 seconds behind than what I was watching, anything like that. But I knew they had scored, thing like that, because Alex was around the Emirates area earlier to meet fans, thing like that, which is quite good. I'm surprised I didn't see him when he was doing it, when he walked past, because I realised where he was walking from as well. Because I know he came down Hornsey Road, then he went up the stairs. If it came near towards the media entrance, right, if I knew it was him, I'm sure he would have had a quick chat with me quickly, then he would have been on his way. But I didn't see him. So
Alex was in training for the marathon. Yeah, how'd you get on, Alex? Did you do well in the marathon, mate? Sorry, Alex is asking, now this goes back to the women, how many players are out with long-term injuries, and has it greatly impacted on the title cup chances? Yes, it has, because
3 out of the possible 4 are long-term.
And Captain Kim with a hamstring, she's out for the rest of the season. Although, God bless her, she's still captain, but not on the pitch and travelling with the girls. She was at the match today. So her influence is greatly appreciated. But
so hers was only a hamstring, was it, Ange?
Yeah, just So she's just, that's why she couldn't. I mean, obviously she'll be doing her rehabilitation, but that's why. She's travelling to all the matches. But I think everybody would agree with me. We got no chance for the title. No chance.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That ship has sailed, and it's sad, but that's being realistic. I thank God that we did those Chelsea women and got that Continental Tires Cup. We played so well. I'm so grateful. And like I said, and this latest one to Leah is just such a blow. But at least if we can get to the final, and I'll say now it'll be Barcelona.
Yeah.
I will say as well, it'll be Barcelona.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. Because we've done it the right way round. This is where we've had a bit of luck on our side.
Yeah.
At least we played the away first. So we got the home advantage, whereas for Chelsea, it's the other way round. All right, Barcelona didn't thrash them, but you just know they're going to turn up. They're a heck of a team.
And plus, Barcelona have a big crowd behind them as well.
Oh God,
that might be a small saying that if their crowd can get behind them, they can get that 80,000 plus.
Yeah.
Up the new camp. Who knows what's going to happen? And it's this Thursday coming, believe it or not. If you didn't know.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So
that's what I said. So I'll be watching that. I'll be watching that with interest as well. So we'll be all Barcelona fans. We all Barcelona fans next Thursday, being like that. Instead of watching that other games on TV.
Sorry, because we're going to do a Thursday show because there's not going to be that many left soon, is there? The way time's going, but we can. I won't do it as a watcher because what time is their match?
I'm not too sure, but
I need to look that up. But we could keep it while we're doing the Thursday show. We could keep an eye on that. Actually,
I think we're give it a miss this Thursday, and this thing like, unless we do like a thing we do Ralph, but this time what we do, we'll see who scores first, and then we just cut. That's when we come alive, and that's it to say goal, and that's it. Then we just talk about it. And then once they kick off again, we go all quiet. So I know it's going to be a show of silence, but it's worth it. Because I wouldn't like to do what Ralph does when he says when the player's on the ball, he passes that player. Sometimes that does my head in, but at the end of the day, he's sitting it on the screen. I'm watching it in the pub on a TV screen. So, or some people say, "Oh, he's in the stadium," thing like that. Because when I announced the team news on Friday, I think I told you, Ange, on Thursday off air where I will be on M1, but not knowing to me that Xhaka was the only player that I didn't see get off the team coach when they arrived. When they done their walk, at the hotel, he wasn't seen. So people are thinking, where is he? Where is he? I don't think it's a. If Alex, if you are listening to this podcast, I'm not too sure if that thing was right. What you said during the watch along to say that Xhaka is out until May. Personally, I got feeling he had either COVID or he had a touch of the flu. That's why he didn't play on
that's the
Friday.
impression I got. But let's look. Sorry, I know Alex. I know you're not the greatest fan of him, but we need him. So
I've just checked, Ange, and the game kicks off at 6:45.
Oh, okay, that works.
Is that our time or Spanish time?
That'll be our time.
Right, okay, that works out better then. So yeah, that's cool. And sorry, I think Alex is laughing along because yes, I ran my marathon on Friday across the stadium.
Oh yeah. I saw that because he was a bit out of breath. Alex, I noticed that he was a bit out of breath when he was talking as well.
Are you saying Alex is unfit?
No. But the way he was talking via his tripod as well, because I know his phone was away from him as well. He did sound a little bit out of breath. It's only when he got to the guy who he did eventually meet at the other side of the stadium, thing like that. Then he can't. Obviously, his stress levels went down. Then they started talking. But Alex, if you are going to do that thing the next time, try and meet fans near either the box office, media entrance, or outside Armory, but more near to the media entrance because there's a place where you can sit down and you can have a one-to-one chat that way. So that's for future reference. If you are going to meet fans from anywhere around the world or any of us who who'll be watching a match on Saturday, but you should do that. Obviously you've done that prior to the watch along, thing like that. But as I said, that's something you have to consider for next season. It's an idea.
And it was Alfie, wasn't it, that Alex met up with?
Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure where the guy was from though.
Yeah, I've seen Alfie. I've seen him on the Easy Talk shows. Yeah, that's it. It was that because I was looking at him thinking, I know your face, and then someone put up Alfie, and I thought, oh right, that's brilliant, lovely. Sorry, Steve's this week. 7:15 for Barcelona, Chelsea. So
we can do a watch along prior to that. You won't be around then because it'd be too early. I just realised it'd be too early for you.
Yeah, that's it, and especially if I get a late one.
So
it seems to happen more and more. So I might actually say on Thursday, Alex listening, I think for this Thursday, although I wanted to generally bring them forward earlier, I think I'm going to play safe and say do it for a 8:00 schedule next Thursday because not that Effie needs confirmation, but once she starts, hopefully, again, the last bits ironed out and starts a new job, then it's going to be a different ball game to what we had, and I will need to start earlier, but that's not right now. So I think so I think and I'll remind Alex, I think for this coming Thursday, guys, if that's okay, I'm going to do it for 8:00.
Oh, great. Yeah.
That'd be ideal. This gives me that bit of extra time. Oh, Steve, no, we talked about this, mate. Xhaka was out because of Eid. Do we actually know that?
I don't think he's a Muslim. Personally, I don't think he was a Muslim.
Well, I know for a fact that he was because of an Albanian, and I've known a lot of Albanian families through the nature of my jobs within the school environment, and very few of them actually fast. The majority usually are Muslim, but they don't.
I think El Nani is Mohammed El Nani. He's definitely because he did a feature on it. He thanked Arsenal's medical staff for allowing him to do it, thing like that, okay. and also went.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't know. I'm not saying Barney's a Muslim. That's fine, but I do think the thing about the fasting. I just personally think he was unwell. End of, because he's such a die-hard player, and there's plenty of other Muslim players who have been playing while Ramadan's been going on.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, they have. So
they have.
Yeah,
and
I could be wrong. I don't know, but I'm just thinking to games prior, and obviously he hasn't. Yeah, he's just always there. So yeah, do you know what? We'll probably never know. Let's get him back for Wednesday. That's all I need to know. Because sorry, Alex, we need him.
As I said, that was good. As they said, it was good to see other clubs, allowing their players to break their fast. When you saw them go off the pitch, some done a little silent prayer by the pitch. Some drank, fluids, obviously, thing like that. So it wouldn't be in water. It'd be like, a special energy drink, which would have been diluted with water regardless. Anyway, so it was good to see that, and it's good to see other clubs supporting it as well. So.
No, absolutely.
Because I'm sure you might have one or two might have done it at the Emirates, but we don't know who the players were at the time. So, but exactly. Another point I've noticed is coming a lot as well. When Arsenal women play, have you noticed that Zinsberger sometimes goes down clutching her ankle to have that when they have that like team huddle, like Arteta does with the men's team?
Oh yeah.
Something like that. So I've noticed that's catching on now. So she just pretends that her ankle's hurting, something like that, and suddenly she goes down. Before you know it, team go over, get their drinks, something like that. Obviously, Giannis will give them a pep talk, thinking what's going wrong in the match, something like that, blah 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 blah, something like that. So that's all I can see. It's the same thing in the under 21s. I've noticed that as well. So.
Yeah. Interesting.
Sometimes the goalkeeper just goes down and pretends that he's got an injured ankle or something like that. They'll come over to the sideline, add their drinks, and before you know it.
Actually, I think, didn't I hear, was that on Today or one of the other matches I was listening to or watching? Yeah, actually, that rings a bell now, you say. Yeah, a bit of clever tactics. Okay, I get that. Yeah, I get that. Right, guys, I'm going to say, shall we round it up now? We've been on just for about the hour. As I say, we're plugging we got the men's, absolutely massive, but equally a very, very massive game on Tuesday with our young guns. And as best we can all, in whatever capacity, we're going to support them and let's hope they win.
Yeah, good luck, Emerson. Enjoy the game.
Thank you.
And we can, of course, on part of the Thursday show, we can review predominantly, how the under-18s have done and hopefully a glorious win. We can obviously preview Monday, and by then we should have made our arrangements about our meet up.
That's what I was going to come. That's what I was going to say, Ange. Don't forget, we have to discuss, where we're going to meet. And as I said, if the Tollington's going to be rammed, I reckon that I'm only going to say this beforehand, before Thursday, before next Thursday. The best place I will say meet outside the media entrance at where the box office is, because there's plenty of places to say, depending how many of us are going to be there at the time. So we're not sure how many of us are going to be, because I think Richard's saying he's going to be around the Emirates area roughly about between 4 and half 4. So he did say if the Tottenham is round packed, although I did suggest to meet outside the media entrance, but that'd be an ideal point to meet, because that's where I meet most of my friends, if you like that. And
actually, do you know what? I think that's going to work a lot better, to be honest. I mean, and we'll also hope that the weather's going to be good, but I think that could actually work a lot better. What time is the kickoff?
5:45. Our time.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I'm sure it's 5:45, but I can't. Yes. 5:45 our time.
Oh, okay. So that sort of times. Yeah, that's
so
good.
if we meet up like an hour and a half to 2 hours before the kickoff, that is fine with me.
Oh, well,
but we
got
did.
loads of time,
What we'd do, we'd just see how the Tollington is. If it's rammed, then we said we just turn back and we just turn back and we just sit outside the media entrance until we're ready to go in our various places. Because we know that 45,000 tickets have been sold. That's what unofficially been sold, thing like that. So we just have to wait and see if we get an extra 5,000 more. If we can get the extra 5,000, it will make a difference. And if they can start singing, thing like that, I'm sure we'll get the result we wanted. But as I said, I'm going to put my hands up. I'm not going to give my prediction until the Monday, but I'll do that early in the day so you get plenty of time to see it, and then we go from there.
Oh, I don't want to curse it. Full stop. I never get. I don't know. I'm just gonna truly hope that our girls can do it, because I keep banging on. We ain't got the full squad next. Oh, and while I'm talking, it's still 0-0. And that wonderful little Japanese player hasn't scored, but I still rate him greatly. Yeah, he's here, there, and everywhere. He is.
Oh, well. Obviously, Tomiyasu might be in that match unless he went back to Japan, to recover from his injury.
They are good. I mean, I wouldn't say they're good friends like Captain Odegaard and the other one, like real besties. But yeah, they get on well. Yeah, So you never know. Could be the lure if Arsenal are interested.
I'm surprised that well, as I say, I'm not watching it on TV as we speak. But as I said, if the camera, I'm sure he's there somewhere along the line, but the camera hasn't picked him up somewhere. Because normally, when you're at Wembley, they normally pick up any ex-players or somewhere near the roll box.
Mind you, to be honest, I've been concentrating on this, and it's just there in the background, and because I know predominantly don't get off BBC, so it just happens to be on. But come on, Brighton, go on, make it.
Come on, Brighton.
Oh, that was a close one, but not close enough. And good goalkeeping. Brighton, Brighton, yeah. Brighton.
Okay. Because I know we've got an ex-Arsenal player that's playing for them as well, Danny Welbeck. Whether he's playing or not, I don't know.
To be honest, I don't know if he. To be honest, I really haven't taken any notice of this game, to be honest. But I reckon he'd be on the bench at least.
Could be. Because I know he's injury prone when we had him as well. So and he did score some vital goals too, as well. So sadly, he scored the 2 goals in the Carabao Cup in December.
Yeah.
Oh, he's playing. He's playing. Number 18.
He's playing. Yeah, I've just checked. I've just checked the team.
No, I've just seen him.
Fair enough.
And he nearly got a header. But not. Yeah, he nearly got a header. Yeah, shame.
Oh, you're learning for next week then. For the watch along, because that's what Ralph would have said. We like that.
Yeah, I'm learning from the experts here. Too funny. Anyway, guys, right, thank you for everybody who tuned in. Truly appreciate it. And we'll be back on the airways Thursday.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Right,
have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Thank you,
Bye,
Mark.
everyone.
Bye.